you watched my last video on mods and you want some more information on installing mods and updating mods after a patch, then this video is for you. So I have a few windows open. This is just on the left, it's just a list of the mods I use. I'm using what I put in my old YouTube video just because it's a convenient list for what I'm using in my current Let's Play. On the right here, I have a great resource, scarletsrealm.com, the mod list. This person volunteers their time, but you can support them by Patreon if you would like to. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at the mods here, enter them in this text box. I'm just going to move this for now. And then it's just a matter of downloading any updated mods, and I'll show you that. So first step, finding your mod folder. I am on a Windows 10 PC. In this case, it's this PC, Documents, then Electronic Arts, in this case, Sims 4, and Mods. Okay, so that's my mods folder here. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to make a backup. So right click, copy, and then click off the side here, paste, and it's going to do a mods copy. Okay, so that's just a backup. Generally good to do a backup just before you make changes in case you make a mistake, and then you have a way to go back to your original files. So the other thing you want to do is you want to delete this localthumbcache.package. You'll see with some mods that this is a requirement. For example, Little Miss Sam's mods, I believe it'll even say in the instructions to remove this file. So you can delete that. If you want to, you can do this instead. And this is a way of, you could basically rename it. I just do this. And then I know if I see that underscore, I renamed it. And then what'll happen is when you load up Sims, it'll create a new file. And that's what we want, okay? All right, I'm going to go back to the mods folder. And now I'm going to start going through mods. I'm just going to move this over for now, and I'll move it back as needed. So first one I'm going to look up is MC Command Center. You can just copy it from here, put it in here. And then the important thing is you do not press enter. You just have to wait for it, okay? And it's right here. And in this case, it has been updated. I know that in my case, I already have this version. Now I'm just going by memory. One of the ways that sometimes I'll track something like that is when I actually add the mod, I'll actually put the version in there, and that'll make it a bit easier for later if I'm trying to figure out if I need to update it or not. In this case, I can see that it was modified July 24th. I have that version, but whatever. You know what? I'm just going to download it anyway, and that way you can see what you can do. In the case of MCC Command Center, if you decide to update that mod, something you can do to keep your settings is if you go in there, you can save your settings file and then just update all the other files. So in this case, I'm just going to show you the whole process. You go to the website, MCC Downloads. In this case, I don't think I'm using Woohoo. I'm just going to check really quickly. Move this back so you can see. So I'm going to go in here, and I'm kind of going down the list, and I am not using Woohoo because I'm using Wonderful Whims instead. So I don't need that. So I need this version here. I'm just going to download it, let it go to my downloads folder. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete every file except for the settings file here. So I'm going to look for the settings file. So another way to find it is you just do this, and we're going to basically save these two files. So what I'm going to do is move them temporarily into the mods folder. And then I'm going to go out and I'm going to delete everything else that's here. And then I'm going to move in the one that I just downloaded, which is here. I just hit F5 to refresh this as it wasn't showing that it was done, but I knew it was. So I'm just going to go here, move this in. And so I'm just going to right click and I'm going to extract to here. Okay, and now I don't need that zip file anymore. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take these two files and move them back in. So the settings and the tuner, so MC settings, MC tuner, and I'm just going to move them back into the MC Command Center. And then that way you don't have to redo all your settings. So if you saw my previous video, there are many, many settings that you can use to customize this mod. It's a very huge mod. Okay, so that's it. Now that mod is done. I think the only other thing I would do is if you have a mod that requires an XML injector specifically, that I also showed in my previous video, but it's right here. I'll just see if that's been updated. So in this case, it's CurseForge. And another option is you can use CurseForge to manage all your mods if you are on Windows. Does not work for Linux, unfortunately. I tried, but you would need to log in. And then what you would do in that case, you would just download. You can install the mods, and this program could manage everything for you. I'm not doing that just because I'd rather control it myself and not use yet another app. but that is a completely cool way to do it if you don't want to have to micromanage all of the things I showed you in this video. Okay, so you can go to Files, and we can see it hasn't been updated since October, so I know I don't need to re-download this, okay, because I already have that version. So in this case, it's not needed. So that is basically how you would update a mod. The mods I'm using, you get the links from my previous video, or another option may be whenever you do find a mod you like, you could just create, a mods folder here, add folder, call it mods, something like this, right? And then as you find the links, you can just put them in here. And then every time you need to do an update, you can either go to the site directly and see if it's been updated, or you can look on a site like this, which may or may not have it. Just depends on how popular the mod is. Okay, hope this helps. If you have any questions, please post them in the comments, and have fun simming. If you liked this video, found it helpful at all, please consider liking and/or subscribing, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.